Hello everyone, my name is Jing and I am part of the Model G20 team here at Knovva Academy. And today I have with me Alvin and Rohit, who have participated in our Model G20 programs before. And without further ado, I will let them introduce themselves to you.
Hi, so my name is Alvin Chan. I'm a senior at the Community Charter School of Cambridge, and I have participated in the Model G20 for 2 years. This is going on to my 3rd year. And one extracurricular activity I do in school is cross country.
So, hi, my name is Rohit. I'm also a senior at the Community Charter School of Cambridge, and this is my 3rd year doing a Model G20, and I'm an ambassador. And so outside of the Model G20, I'm also involved in robotics, global leadership and activism, and I also like doing karate, and I have a black belt in that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing. Great. So let us start today by having you both tell our viewers more about your experience at the Model G20. So which one of our programs did you attend, Rohit?
Yeah, so for the past 3 years, I've been going to the Boston program, and that's usually held here on Harvard's campus and at the convention center.
Great. And so Alvin, where was it held and how long was the duration of the trips that you've attended?
So for like the 2017 Model G20, that was held the majority of the time on Harvard's campus. The 2nd year's Model G20 was held like at Harvard Medical School and at the Boston Convention Center. And they were both for around 5 days long.
Great. Well, Rohit, can you give us a high-level overview such as your day-to-day, what your day-to-day was like during the program?
Yeah, so over the course of 5 days, the first section is where you learn it, and the second section is where you apply it. So for the first 2 days, you have classes with like people from the Harvard Kennedy School, and you learn all about negotiation, public speaking, and it's really a time for you to get to know the people who are going to be your teammates, and also just everyone as a whole. And that's where you kind of like get to know everyone. And then in the last 3 days is where the simulation is, and in the simulation, that's where all like the resolutions are passed, and you have all your meetings. And on the last day, you have like your final press conference where everyone meets. It's like a big event. And that's where you get judged, and at the end of that, there's also winners, there's prizes, there's food, and all around it's just a good time.
Great. Wow. So what did you learn during the program?
Yeah, so just like what Rohit said, I learned like about negotiation skills and like public speaking skills from like well-known Harvard Kennedy School professors, such as like one of the people were like helping Obama get ready for like his speeches before. And one was well known for like negotiation at Harvard.
Wow, sounds like you had great opportunities to meet these professors that you otherwise would not have an opportunity to learn from. So can you tell me a little bit more, how was it like to learn from them? Was there anything different learning from them versus what you have learned back in school?
Yeah, so when we're at school, we try to learn all the theoretical stuff, and sometimes it's hard for us to apply it into what we know. But especially the negotiation one, he was a really nice person, down to earth. You think, oh, he goes to Harvard, I can't really talk to him. But when we did our session, when we had practice, he was always there for us. And if you had any questions or you were trying to talk to him in general, he was free to talking to us.
Great. Well, sounds like a great experience. So what did you like most about the program?
Yeah. I think still my favorite part was all the other people I got to meet. We had 5 days together, and by the time we actually got to know everyone there, it was already time to go. So that's one thing I wish we could have had longer. And then I think just meeting people from other cultures, getting to talk to them. I know we had kids from Peru, England, and we had kids from China, and it's such a diverse group. There's always things to talk about.
So Alvin, what did you like most about the program?
So what I liked most about the program was the actual simulation during the last 3 days, because during those last 3 days we had to research our topics depending on our discipline or our ministry we are in. So I was the health minister for 1 year, so I had to research about pollution and how that's helping the public health or affecting the public health.
Great. Is there a most memorable moment during the program that you wanted to share with everyone?
Yeah, so for me, the most memorable moment was with the pass-around camera. That's basically a camera where we take a picture of something random at the event and then we pass it on to someone else. And what they would take one and keep passing it on. And at the end of the program, we would show to everyone the pictures that we've taken.
Great. Well, academically speaking, how has the program impacted you?
So yeah, academically, this program has been very beneficial for me because, we worked on public speaking. So like, I've noticed that all my presentations in class are much better because, once you've broken out of your shell and you've talked to like 15, 20 people, a class feels kind of small, it's not as hard anymore. And in terms of my writing, it's also gotten much better. I've also become like much more nuanced because I'm able to see my other, like my opponent's sides and, offer concessions and at the same time maintain my position. So I've gotten much better at debating, negotiation, public speaking, and my grades have gone up, so.
Wow, such great news to hear.
Yeah.
Great. Well, what do you think are the biggest challenges you have encountered during the program, and how did you overcome them?
So for me, it was like the biggest challenge was like when people debated between their, like argued between their own countries and between with other countries on like coming up with a resolution on how to like solve a deal. And I overcame it by depending on like which discipline the deal fell in, like either education, public health, and the ministers from each country of that topic would come and meet and decide within themselves without everyone like having a stance.
Great. How about you, Rohit?
So yeah, I'm gonna agree with Alvin. The biggest challenges are like when you try to get the big deals done, like not just between one or two countries, but when you have like 15, 20 countries, that's when you have the most problems because each country is coming from a different background and each want their own little thing. So like trying to make sure that everyone's getting their needs met without like missing out on some other country, I feel like that's the biggest challenge we have. And the way to work through it is to learn that like there's not like a zero-sum game. There's always something for each country to gain and each thing a country has to give up. And so, I think if we can address that, that's how we make the best resolutions.
Great. Well, I'm so glad to hear that you have both learned so much during this program and have faced challenges, but were able to work through it together. Well, can you tell us about your interactions with your peers? Any funny stories?
Yeah, so I had like really good interactions with my peers. Yeah, like even after the programs ended, I've like remained in contact with them through like Snapchat group chats and even added them on like Instagram. And a funny story that I had was when a country was trying to like rent out their land to another country, but their entire land mass wasn't even as big as what they said. They were just gonna rent out, so that was kind of funny to me.
So yeah, I'm gonna second Alvin. Like my interactions with all the peers have been really good. Like what I've noticed, like the group of students that Knovva picks all like end up really liking each other and working well together. And I think that as the more you get to know someone, like the better relationship becomes. And as for funny stories, I remember one time where someone just started beatboxing on the mic, I think during lunch or something. And it was so funny, but like we didn't expect them to be good, but they were like amazing. So at first we were all like laughing, but by the end we were all like clapping. And like I feel like the people you meet, they all have like talents that you don't really know about. But like when you see those talents, you're like, wow, these are the kids I'm with. And then like that's why I want to come back every year.
Oh, sounds great. I want to go to the next one too with you guys. Well, so what else would you like to share with our viewers right now that are interested in attending?
So yeah, I think the biggest things are if you're coming to the program, like keep an open mind. People are coming from different backgrounds, different cultures, and like they might not have the same like values as you or like same like cultural norms. So that's an important thing, and yeah, I think that's the biggest piece of information you should keep in mind.
Yeah. So I feel like that when you come here, you shouldn't be like scared to interact with other people. Because during my first year here, I thought like, wow, I was like the only person that luckily got chosen. And there was a bunch of other smart people, but they were like kind of the same as me. And they wanted to like, we had the same goals of achieving at the end when we came to resolutions.
Great. So it's a great way to meet new people and relate to your peers and to open your eyes up to, kids of the same age but from different countries.
Yeah.
Great. Well, thank you so much for being with us today, Rohit and Alvin. And yeah, I hope that everyone viewing this right now is able to have a lot of takeaways from your experience, and you will also be attending our future summits as leaders and ambassadors, correct? Great, great. Well, definitely looking forward to having you both with us again. And thank you everyone else. And so this concludes today, and we look forward to seeing you in our future summits.